It's live. Okay, cool. I wasn't sure. I was just dancing, so it was like going live. Hi, everybody. If you're watching this in the future, I'm doing a Q&A, or if you're here right away live, I'm going to be doing a Q&A. I'm just here with my face, so if you're drawing or doing chores or cooking, whatever, you can just throw this on in the background and listen, because there's not going to be much for visuals except my face. Hi, guys. Oh, this is interesting. This is my first time doing a mobile live stream, and I'm not sure how it all works. I can see only 3 comments at a time, plus a grayed out one at the top, like a semi-transparent one. So that's interesting. Hi, everyone. Oh, and it tells me viewers. Oh my god, already 584 people. And a bunch of thumbs up. 637 people. Oh. This is fast. Yeah, I feel like it's slowed down for me. I wonder what this looks like on a computer. I don't even have a computer pulled up or anything, but the video looks somewhat decent on my end. What does it look like for you guys? I mean, there's probably different quality settings, but yeah, I thought we would do a Q&A type thing. So if you have questions, feel free to ask. It can be about anything. It can be about art. It could be about my life. Anything, really. It's an AMA. Just ask me anything. What do you suggest for new artists? Is that what that said? Oh god, it went by so fast. I mean, it's kind of a vague question. I mean, really just practice as much as you can, because practice is the only way to get better. And I know I'm kind of a hypocrite when it comes to this. Do as I say, not as I do. Yeah, because the more you practice things, the sooner you'll get better. When did I start drawing? I mean, I kind of drew my whole life. Like, every kid draws, but other people fell out of that habit and I never did stop. But it's not like I was drawing all the time. It was just one of my hobbies. And it slowed down at certain times. Like in high school, I didn't draw as much, but it sort of picked back up at the same time in high school, like later high school, because we moved to a new city and I was away from all my friends. And so I was drawing more in my spare time, and I was watching a lot more anime, which really inspired me to draw. So there's that. That's Kiki. She just jumped up off the printer, so it shook the camera a little bit. So I've kind of been drawing on and off my whole life. It's like always been an interest of mine, but not necessarily like I was going hardcore at it the whole time. Oh my god, these go so fast it's hard to read them. How much do Copics cost? It depends where you buy them. If you buy online, you can usually find them for $5.24 US. I'm Canadian, and right now the Canadian dollar is really low, and so that's pretty expensive for us. So that's sad. I miss the days when our dollars were nearly equal, but those days are long gone. But if you buy them in a store, you're probably looking at like $7 to $8 US, because stores charge more compared to like online stores. Although, you know, with like Blick, they're one of the websites that sell really cheap. I bet if you went into a Blick store, it's probably the same price. I mean, I don't know. I've never been to a Blick store, because that's in the USA. Are you getting another cat soon? No, I don't plan on getting another cat. I feel like 2 is enough. Only if there was like a stray kitten at our door or something would I probably take in another one. Or if a family member had a long-time pet that they just for some reason couldn't keep anymore, I would take it in. But that's pretty much it. We're not gonna look for more babies. We're good with 2. Come here, Kiki. Come say hi to everybody. Ooh. Here's Kiki. Oh, Kiki and Midna are a year and a half. Well, there'll be 2 in July. They're litter mates. They have the same mummy. Yeah, except I'm your mummy now. Oh. So there's Kiki, who's black, and Midna over here. She's a tortoiseshell, and they're both females. And they're 1 year old. My little babies. What's my zodiac sign? Libra. I'm like, am I thinking of the right thing there? When is your book coming out? It'll be late this year. I can't give any specifics, but I'll definitely let you guys know when it's up for pre-order, because it should go up for pre-order like a few months before it's actually available for sale. So trust me, I'll let you guys know. I'll be spamming the crap out of that, and trust me, you'll know. When the time comes, you will know. You'll probably get sick of it. Are you planning on having kids? Yes, someday. Like, I'm getting married in October, so obviously I want to wait until I'm married. I don't want to have like a big bump at my wedding. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just like if I have the choice not to, then I'm not going to. And then I don't know when we'll start having kids. I don't know. We'll see when the time comes. Like, I asked Christian about it. I was like, are you the kind of person who wants to have kids right after marriage, or do you want to wait a bit? And he was like, I don't care either way. And I was like, same. Yeah, like I'm in no rush, especially with my little cat babies. Oh god, they're going so fast. Sorry I'm missing so many questions. Like, feel free to ask it more than once because so many of them fly by that it's hard to see. Wedding theme, it's a very, very subtle Beauty and the Beast theme. Like, there's not going to be characters or anything like that. The most obvious thing is going to be the enchanted rose at the head table. But other than that, it's really mostly just about colors. Like, navy and gold are colors. But we don't want anything, like, overly obvious other than the rose. How did you discover Copic markers? I think the first video I saw about Copic markers, I think her name is Amy Reeder Hadley or something like that, and she had this video of her coloring in this princess, and I don't know how I stumbled across that video. I don't know if it was just a related video on YouTube, but I came across it and I was like, what are these magical markers? And very shortly after that, ordered my first set online because they just looked magical and I really, really wanted them. And I was 18 at the time. If you weren't an artist, what would you do? I always wonder this too, because before I decided to pursue art as a career, I actually was going to school for sciences and animal sciences. Like, my first 2 years were kind of just sciences, and then my third year was more specifically animal sciences. A degree in agriculture, majoring in animal science. But I never did finish my degree. I only did 3 out of 4 years, and I decided to make a switch to animation because I wanted to do something artsy, but I wanted something that was more like a trade, something I could get a very specific job with. So that's why I went that route. Plus, I was just so fascinated with animation. Like, I still am. It's just, animation's magical. Even before I did the science stuff, it was a toss-up between pursuing veterinary medicine and going for a fine art degree at a university. That's kind of what I was looking between. I didn't really know the different art courses that actually are out there. Like, how, there's like illustration courses and things like that. I didn't really like things that are more specific than a fine art degree. Like, there's different types of education you can get, and I wasn't aware of those. And I also wasn't aware of what kind of jobs you can get with art. And so, society was telling me, don't be an artist. I mean, my mom was supportive either way. Like, she knew I was torn between the two, and ultimately it was my decision to pursue the vet thing, and then I ended up not even going with that. So, well, I thought it said something about will you include your cats something. I missed the end of it. If you said for the wedding, no, because they don't like traveling, and the wedding's not here, so we're not going to bring them. If you didn't say wedding, then I'm sorry. What would you suggest as a career? Well, that depends on you and what you like, because, I mean, every career has its pros and cons, and for some people, like, one thing that's a pro for one person might be a con for someone else, and so, I don't know. Height, I'm 5'2". I'm short. What artists do I look up to? I mean, I follow a lot on social media, but I don't always remember their names because I just follow like not a handful, more like several handfuls of people on Instagram and stuff and on YouTube. So there are no people who are my main influences. There's not those few artists that I hardcore follow and I'm like, I want to be like them. There's no one like that. It's kind of just a mix of a whole bunch. So, yeah. The sweater looks comfy. It is. It's pretty big. Saskatchewan Rough Riders, yay! I'm from Saskatchewan, if anyone doesn't know. And when I was 15, I moved to Alberta because my mom got a job there. And then I was back in Saskatchewan for a bit for school. And now I'm in BC, in Vancouver, because I came here for school. And then I just stayed here because the jobs were here. And then I quit my job, and so I'm just still here. Goals for the future? Ooh, that's a good one. So, you guys know I have my sort of how to draw and color book coming out. I would love to do more things like that, where it's kind of a concrete project outside of YouTube. Because, like, YouTube videos are great, but you never know where YouTube is going to be years from now. What if my channel loses monetization or something? Like, I can't rely on YouTube as my sole income source. So I'm trying to diversify different things. And I just have goals as an artist. Like I've always wanted to do an art book, like an art of book where it's just a bunch of my art. That's been a long time goal. I want to do that, but I feel like I just don't have enough art that I like enough to put in it. But even if I got that out sometime in 2018, that would be great, I think, because that's a big goal of mine. Another kind of short-term goal is I want to put out a coloring book. I feel like that's what I want to work on as my next project, and I actually want to start diving into that within the next month and go hard on that. And it'll be different than the coloring pages you see on my website, because those are things that I was drawing just because I felt like drawing it, and then I thought, hey, why not throw the line art up for people to color? This is going to be like more detail, and it's the line art's going to be made with the intention of being a coloring page, not just like, oh, here's a random thing I drew. It's no, like this was made specifically to be a coloring page, and I want to just digitally self-publish. I don't want to print it and go through a publisher. I mean, that could change down the road, but right now my plan is to it'll be a digital download that people can get instantly. Anyone can get it all over the world. It's there. You can print it off on whatever paper you want to use. So I think that'd be the best. And you could even color it digitally. Will I consider doing more digital art? No. I mean, like, I will do more in the future, but I'm not going to do more as in a higher ratio of digital art compared to traditional, because I just love traditional so much. And now that I'm doing more painting, I feel like that is satisfying the desire that I had with digital, because I wanted to do more digital before because I felt like I could do different things that I couldn't do with my Copics, and I felt like it would be a good way to improve because it's less limiting. But then once I started getting more into painting, like with acrylics and oils, it gave me that satisfaction that I wanted. It gave me the versatility and the ability to, like, you can just paint over things if you screw up. It gave me that freedom. And so I feel like it's not really one of my goals anymore to really improve on my digital art. It's kind of just something I do occasionally. So, yeah. And for the coloring book, I was kind of torn for that too. The thing I hate doing digitally the most, like drives me insane, is inking digitally, like line art. So that's why I don't think I'm going to do the coloring book digitally. I'm probably going to do it traditionally and then scan it in, because digital inking will just drive me up the wall, man. If I see you at D23, oh, I missed it. Something on D23. If you see me, I can scroll up a little bit. Except it's probably going to keep scrolling down. Where did that one go? Oh, it's like a... Oh, it's long gone. Well. Oh, there. If I see you at D23, can I say hi? Yes, you can, of course. Come say hi to me. I'll be there all weekend, man. Are you thinking? Yeah, this is a good thing to do, is touch the screen so that it stops scrolling. Are you thinking of ever making a comic or your fave Disney Pixar movies? I don't know what you mean by the movie half, but I'm not planning on making a comic. Like, it's something that used to be a big goal of mine when I was getting more into art. Like in high school, I was really into the comic thing. But I don't really see it as a goal of mine anymore. Like, I've kind of had this long time story in my head, but it's so basic and not fleshed out, and I don't, like, if I had a more fleshed out story, I would be more willing to do comics, but right now, like, I'm interested in, like, comic strips, but not graphic novels, basically, is where I'm at. Because I've said for a long time that I would love to put out regular little comic strips on the internet, like little, either just like horizontal strip or like a page with a few panels on it, sort of thing. Oh, my nose is so itchy. Stop being itchy! Will you draw My Little Pony? Probably not, just because, like, I don't do fan art unless it's something I'm actually a fan of. And I don't watch My Little Pony. I have nothing against it, I just don't watch it. Will you ever do another crafting tutorial? Yeah, I want to do more crafty type things on my channel. I don't want to be a craft channel, but just the occasional little fun, artsy, crafty thing. Yeah, I don't know. Do you think I have to touch the screen in order to read these longer ones? If it's more than like 5 words, I can't read it. Would you think that art therapy would be a good career to go into? what is, I've never heard of that, so honestly I have no idea. Like, I understand how people doing art can be considered therapy, but I've never heard of art therapy. Is that like classes people go to or something? And they just make art? Because that would be cool if you're interested in teaching something like that. Again, it's like, it's up to you. It's up to your preferences. Like me, I'm not interested in any teaching job whatsoever. Like, you know, I'll make a book with little step-by-step tutorials in it, but that's as far as my teaching career goes. What Hogwarts house? Slytherin. Oh, look, I'm wearing green with an S on it. Oh! It's secretly Slytherin. Once Upon a Time fan art. I keep touching the wrong side. I need to use my right hand, but I'm left-handed, but that's the side the camera's on. Boop, boop. I don't know, Once Upon a Time fan art, like, I wouldn't mind doing it because I watched the show, but I guess not motivated enough. Maybe someday I'll feel like doing some. We'll see. What style do you draw? I mean, it doesn't really have a name. I call it cartoony. Sometimes it's closer to semi-realism, but not quite there. What kind of wooden paint do you use for wood paintings? The wood is... It's just like wood panel you find at the art store. Some of it I think is birch. I'm not sure. And yeah, I just buy it at the art store. It's pre-cut. You can also buy bigger boards at Home Depot or something like that. Just get them to cut it for you. I do have a big thing that I plan on cutting up. I don't know if I can even pull this out. No. It's like the length of my desk and it's behind my desk. But that's what is it called? MDF board, like masonite. I have that I'm planning on cutting down to size because I want to try using that for my paintings too. I do have a piece of it, like, it's basically this stuff. It's smooth and flat on one side, and then the other side is kind of almost fabric-y. This was just purchased to be a hard drawing surface, and so I could tape down watercolor paper to a hard surface, but I want to try using it as an actual painting surface, so I have some of that. Huge giant sheet of it. And then for paints, my oils are Holbein Duo Aqua. I can grab one for you. That's why I made a point to be in the art room doing this, because I was like, oh, maybe I should do it upstairs for all the natural daylight. And then I was like, no, Bales, they need to be by the stuff. So this is what it looks like. It's a water mixable oil, so you can mix water with it if you want. I don't really put much water with it. I really just use linseed oil, and then I rinse my brushes in water. That's pretty much the only difference, I guess. I've never used regular oils, so I don't really know how they compare. Apparently the texture's a little bit different, but they're similar. So that's the oil paint I use. And then for acrylics, just random brands I find at the dollar store, but that's because I'm not that big into acrylics. I did get some nicer ones for Christmas. Where are those? I haven't tried them out yet. I should. I have a few small tubes of the Liquitex Soft Body, so I kind of want to try these out. Yeah. The acrylic stuff I've been doing lately is stuff where I don't really want to use up these little tubes. Like, for example, I did that finger painting of Link with acrylics, but I didn't want to use these because these are my nice paints. I don't want to use them on my giant finger painting because the tubes are just little. So, that's that. I should use these soon. I keep forgetting I have them. I forget I have half the stuff that I have because a lot of times I get gifted things and then I forget to use them. Okay, I feel bad that I'm missing like 99.9% of the questions. What art programs do you recommend digitally? The ones I've used in the past are Paint Tool SI, Photoshop, and Clip Studio Paint. I only used Clip Studio Paint one time though. It's very, very good though. I recommend it. I forget how much it sells for, like $40, or is that the sale price? That might be the sale price. It always goes on sale. But it's really affordable, like a one-time purchase price, whereas Photoshop is like, well, I think for me it's $15 a month. I think it's $10 a month in the States. I can't remember. Or maybe I do pay $10 USD and then converted to Canadian, it was more, like almost $14 a month or something. Photoshop is my tool of choice just because it is so it has so many functions, and when I was in school, I had a class on how to use Photoshop, not to digitally paint, but it was more of like photography techniques, like editing and stuff. But I still felt like I got to learn Photoshop so much that it's where I'm most comfortable. I always go back to it, and so that's just my tool of choice, but not necessarily what I'd recommend. There are ones that are made specifically for digital painting are easier to use. They're more user-friendly, easier to get a hang of and stuff like that compared to Photoshop. But it's whatever. It's whatever. What are your nationalities? Oh, like my background. Like for ancestors, I have French, German, Irish, and Dutch ancestry, a bit of Romanian, and that's all I really know of. That's all I really know. Oil paint. It just says oil paint. I just showed my oils, so if you're wondering about that, I just showed that. What is your favorite part about creating your art? I guess, I don't know, like, because I mean, what I like about art is that you get to create something, like seeing something be realized, but a lot of times it doesn't look how you pictured it in your head, and so it can be really frustrating. So, I don't know. I like the fact that you get to create, but that's like the whole process, you know. It's kind of a bogus answer sort of thing. Are you going to do more watercolor? I mean, it's kind of like my other paints where I use them occasionally like my most recent piece of artwork. Okay, spoiler alert for this Friday's video. Spoiler alert, if you don't want to be spoiled, close your eyes. This is the finished artwork for this Friday's video. I was going to maybe upload it midweek, like today, but then I was like, no, I'm not really have time to do other art. Like, I have a bunch of videos I have to get done in the next week, and so I was like, no, I'm just gonna post it on Friday. So yeah, this is watercolor as a base, and then I used a bunch of pencil for detailing, especially in the tree, and then there's a lot of Copic marker on top of the watercolor down here, and again more pencil. It's mixed media, so watercolor, pencil, and Copic. So there's that. And it's big too. This is an 11 by 14. So, for example, here's a regular piece of paper. That's the size comparison to that. It's a big boy, but I'm actually really happy with it. Like, I haven't been it's relatively simple. It was more just about getting into tree detailing, but I feel like I'm happier with this than I have been with a lot of my art lately, and so I don't know. I don't want to sell it. I'll have prints, but I feel like I don't want to sell it because I'm like attached to it. I'm like, no, I really like this one. I'm just gonna keep it. So, yeah. Do you speak Canadian French? Yeah, but I don't speak it in my everyday life because people don't. Oh my god, how far up was I for the comments? Oh my god, those comments are probably from like 10 minutes ago. Like, I was in French immersion growing up, so my schooling was in French from kindergarten to grade 12. But once I graduated, like, there's no one really to speak French to unless I speak French to Christian. But English is our first language, so it's like if you don't use it, you lose it. It's crazy when I go to speak French and I find myself forgetting vocabulary words, or I start second guessing myself on how a verb should be conjugated. Like, when I hear it, I'm fine. I can hear French and understand it fine. But then when I go to speak it, I trip up on certain words. I'm like, what the heck? I know what this word is called. How come I'm forgetting? And it's crazy. Favorite YouTuber? I don't think I have a favorite. Like, there's no number one. I don't even have like a top 3. I'm really bad for picking favorites, if you guys don't know. Like, it's rare for me to pick a favorite of something. Like, there are things I do have favorites of, but yeah. Sketchbook tour. If I do one, I have to wait till after my book is released because a bunch of the art in it is from my book, and so I can't show that yet. I have like a massive one that I just keep taping papers into. Like, it's like a never-ending sketchbook because I just keep adding papers to it, and it's twice as thick as it should be. So there's that. Would you ever move to the United States? I don't know. Like, it would depend if there was an incentive. Like, if I had gotten a job at Disney or something, I'd probably move to the States for that. But I don't see why I would get a job at Disney. Like, I'm not actively animating anymore. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's not a reason for me to move down there. I'd just be even farther from family. I'm good here in Canada, and I live really close to the border. I can easily fly down to the States or just drive down even, so it's close by. Like flying to LA, it's a 2.5-hour flight. It's fast. Disney's only 2.5 hours away. Well, more than that, because then there's like a long shuttle ride from LAX to Disneyland. What is your sexuality? I am straight. Favorite artist? Don't have one. What's your fave color? Pink. Dusty. Right now, dusty pink. I'm in like a dusty pink phase, and it's all over every store, and I'm like, what time is it for me? I was like, where's my phone? I'm using it. It's 6 something, like 6:30. Oh my god, have we been going for 26 minutes already? Jesus. I was thinking I'd do this for anywhere between 30 minutes to an hour, and we're already at 30 minutes, so let's go for that hour, man. Have you considered making a topography video? No, because I don't really know anything about that. Do you think the sketchbook is as big as a Harry Potter book? Oh, the one I was talking about before. It's not that thick. No. Do you think it's worth creating an art channel from scratch? Like mine, I guess. Creating an art channel from scratch. I don't know what you mean by from scratch, because everyone starts from scratch, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. What's your biggest pet peeve? I don't know about biggest, but here's one of the things that always comes to mind first. It's not necessarily my biggest pet peeve, but it's when people are thinking or they're looking for something and they go, they're like, hold on, just let me look. I'm like, no, like it'll drive me up the wall. I'm like, stop it. So that's one of the things. Can you sing? No, I'm not good at it. Do you like anime? What animes do you like? Can you shout me out? I like anime. Like, I have nothing wrong with that. I used to watch a ton of it in high school because I had a lot of spare time. Like I mentioned, when I moved from Saskatchewan to Alberta, like, my friends were just gone. And so I had a lot of spare time. I watched a lot of anime, and that actually inspired me to draw more. But, yeah, I haven't watched many lately. Like, yeah. It's been a while since I started a new series. Like, I'm trying to think. I think the last new series I watched was Madoka Magica, and that was years ago, man. My thing is, I'm always reluctant to start new shows unless it's a show I don't really care about, because I usually watch stuff while I'm working, either while I'm doing chores or while I'm drawing or while I'm getting ready in the morning. And so it has to be something I don't want to constantly look at. And so I have to choose my shows wisely. How long does it take to create one of your art pieces? That can vary quite a bit. Like, if it's something small, I can do it pretty quick. Like, I could make something in under an hour. If it's bigger, it's going to take longer. It also depends on how much detail, because something could be big but not detailed, or it could be small but very detailed. So usually when you see speed paints on my YouTube videos, I've usually spent at least 4 hours on them. Most of them, when I bring them in to edit them, I usually have 6 to 8 hours of footage. And that's just for the stuff that was recorded. Sometimes there are little bits that aren't recorded or whatever. And that also doesn't factor in any research I might have done or looking up reference or anything like that. That's just straight up working on it. I feel like 6 to 8 is a pretty good average. Although something like this one, I spent like, let's see, I did it over 3 live streams. Hey, stop scratching. Scratching the chair. There was a 3-hour stream on Adobe, then about like maybe 6 hours of coloring time the other day. But when I live stream, I'm sometimes really interrupted. It's not like constantly working on it. But this one was definitely over 10 of like actively working on it time. Because it's big and there was so much detail on the tree. And like with some paintings, I've spent over 20 hours on the paintings. So painting takes me much longer, definitely, because usually it's bigger, plus all the layers and stuff. And I'm just new to painting, so yeah. What brushes did you use for watercolor? Synthetic animal hair, water brush, Pentel. I have the Pentel Aqua brushes that I love. They're my favorite brushes to use. They are, for people who don't know, they're the ones that hold water in them. So there's a little tank of water, and then there's the brush. Ooh, it's a little crusty. I have two sizes. These are definitely my favorites. Just because they're handy. And the less I have to dip my brush back into the water, the less paint I waste, because my paints were very expensive. I did get them as a birthday gift from my fiance, but it's still just like, these were expensive. Like, don't waste them. So I like those. And then for other brushes, I as far as I know, I don't own any animal hair brushes except maybe this new one I just got. I think all of mine are synthetic, but I really don't know. Like, it doesn't specify on them. Because, yeah, this one says made from 100% Kolinsky hair. This one. So that specifies on the package. I don't even know what Kolinsky hair is. Is that real hair? I don't know. And then with all these suckers, I have no idea. I'm assuming they're all synthetic, but I really don't know. Who's your favorite character in Breath of the Wild? Link. No, Koroks. The Koroks. I was gonna say Linku. Link is my husband. Have you ever been on Anime Amino? No, I haven't done any of the Aminos. Like, I've tried out Art Amino. Like, I downloaded it and kind of checked it out because they emailed me because they wanted me to do, like, a promo video about it. And I don't know. It's just like, I didn't want to. I'm never going to use it. Like, I already use Instagram and Twitter. There's no way I'm going to use another place to post my art. So it's just like, nah. So if you see a Bailey J on there, like, I did make an account. But I don't even know if I posted anything. But I'm on there. When is the book coming? Late this year. What art style is your favorite to look at? Like abstract, etc. To look at, I really like any kind of semi-realism I really like. Sort of fantasy maybe, or just, I don't know, semi-realism. I also really like pretty much, I mean, this is a very broad style, storybook type illustrations. Specifically kind of the older style, not overly cartoony and not too bright. I kind of like the old watercolor drawings. I like that type of look, kind of old school stuff. Are you going to continue your weight loss after the wedding? How much weight have you lost? Well, I don't want to get into specifics, but I do plan on continuing. Well, I guess it depends how much weight I lose by the wedding. Like, will I want to keep losing or will I want to maintain? That's what I'll have to look at. But I definitely want to keep eating healthier in general. Like, obviously, I still let myself have snacks and stuff. I'm not going to restrict myself intensely. But I want to at least maintain. Like I said, we'll see where I'm at and just keep being active. You know, be healthy. Why are you so good at drawing? Like, I try, but it never works out. Any tips? It just comes down to practice. Like, even I look at my drawings and I'm like, oh, they're crap. Like, everyone has those doubts, and you're going to get better over time. The more hours you put in, the faster you'll get better. I'm really thirsty. Hold on. Drink water for a healthy life. Okay. How did you find your art style? I guess it just came. Like, I know in my mind I don't want to go the path of realism, and I also know I don't want to go the path of super cartoony, so I just let myself fall somewhere in between. Yeah. Have you ever considered any other art mediums like photography? Not really. I feel like even just within the whole realm of like fine art or just drawing and stuff, there's already so much that interests me, like all the different mediums and whatnot. There's already too much. I mean, I really wanted to get into beading, and I have a bunch of beading stuff, and I even made a beading loom based on this tutorial I saw on YouTube, and then I never really used it. I loomed one thing but never took it off the loom because I hated it. I eventually took it off, but I took each bead off because I thought it looked ugly. But yeah, no, other than drawing and stuff, that's like my main creative artsy interest. And like the odd crafty thing, you know. I bought all kinds of Copic, but I'm still bad. I'm gonna make a video on drawing on big paper and draw like Lilo and Stitch and like Finn and Adventure Time and more cartoony characters that are easy. Well, what I draw is just based off of like the shows I like. I mean, I do like Lilo and Stitch. That might be some art eventually, especially because I have the poster back there. It's always inspiring me. I'm always like, I should do Lilo and Stitch. But yeah, just because you buy Copics doesn't automatically mean your art's going to be better, because you have to learn the fundamentals, and then you can pretty much take any art supply and use them in that way. It's kind of like one time, like when I did what was basically my first acrylic painting, and I did a video on it. Everyone's like, that's your first acrylic painting? And I'm like, well, that's because I already know a lot of things about art. It's just a different medium, and each medium has its own learning curve, but once you know the basics, it's easier to either draw new things or try new mediums and stuff. Would you dye your hair again? Yes. Well, I plan on bleaching it again, because my natural's growing out, and I'm trying to have it sort of fade from my natural color down to the blonde ends, but I'll get more of that. I don't plan on going any crazy colors again in the future. I mean, who knows what I'll feel in the future, but my hair got really damaged after having a bright color for a long time, because like that dye didn't damage my hair. The dye, those vegetable based ones, they're really good for your hair actually. They condition it and it's healthy for your hair, but it was after when I decided I didn't want the turquoise hair anymore. Trying to get that out of my hair was a pain in the butt, and I went to my hairdresser and stuff, and it took a couple sessions to light my hair, but it was still like, I just got so much damage. She even warned me, she's like, your hair's so thin, like you're gonna get a lot of breakage, and I'm like, well, oh well, we're going for it. And so my hair, like, I lost a lot of length. She also cut a lot of my hair off, but now it's shorter than it used to be. It's slowly growing out though, so that's why I'm not really tempted to go a bright color again. Even if it's one that fades fast, the color just lingers, and I'm like, oh. So my plan is to go, like, let my natural grow out and have blonde highlights in it, kind of ombre it out. That's the plan. Okay, let me go down to the more recent ones. Will I be at VidCon US? I will not. I went last year for the first time, and did you poop today? Did I? No. I think I pooped last night. I don't remember. Yeah, I'm not going to go to VidCon because I'm going to D23 Expo, which is at the Anaheim Convention Center. It's the same location, but like a month apart, and so I had to pick and choose, and I'm choosing D23 Expo. Any tips for people that can only draw with a reference? I mean, once you do enough reference work, like if you're actually paying attention to how things look and not kind of just blindly copying, you should over time realize how things look and should be able to draw things from memory. I mean, I know when I took that leap, like when I started out, I was copying a lot of anime pictures and things, and when I would draw my own stuff, it always looked like crap, but you just have to keep going. You just have to keep drawing more your own stuff. But I mean, if your style is realism, you don't really have to stop using photo reference. Like, man, whatever. It's whatever you want, man. It's whatever you want. And I mean, it depends on your definition of reference. Like, does that mean directly copying an image, or is that just like, you know, sometimes people use a real photo of a person in order to draw something cartoony. They use a real photo as reference, or like for semi-realism. Like, that's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Using reference is good. But if you want to be able to break away from directly copying photos, it's just, again, practice, I guess. And pay attention when you are copying. Like, pay attention to why things are the way they are, and that'll help you when you go to do your own thing. I see one of the kitties. Will you ever make a webcomic? I don't plan on doing a full-fledged webcomic. I mentioned earlier in the stream that I wouldn't mind doing little comic strips, just little funny gags and stuff, but I don't plan on doing like a continued series or like a full-on graphic novel or web series or anything like that. I think little Kiki's getting into her stuff. Yeah, they're behind the desk right now. I can hear a toy rattling and what sounds like a plastic bag. I think that's actually been back there for a while. Having fun with that, baby? Can you make a girl on a bike? Maybe someday. Do you ever watch Drawing with Waffles? Yes, sometimes. I'm subscribed to her. Watch some of her vids. Make an art challenge and it may populate over time. Maybe like just using rounded lines to... Oh, the rest is gone. It wasn't a complete comment. How's my battery percentage doing? 46%. I started around 80%, so that's good. Potato? Potatoes are my favorite food because they're so versatile, man. You can make so many things from potatoes, including potato chips, mashed potatoes, baked potatoes, stuffed potatoes, loaded stuffed potato. You're making me hungry, guys. Will you vlog your wedding? Yeah, I'll vlog stuff here and there. We also have a videographer hired, and so he'll be filming and making a video, so that's good. And so when his video's done, it can take up to 90 days, so when his video's done, I'll link you guys to that, but I still want like a vlog for the day. I'm not going to be walking down the aisle vlogging, but I'll probably be passing off the camera to other people to film some things. So, yeah. Will you visit Vegas again? I want to say hi to you. I'm going to Vegas in like a week, but I'm not staying there. I'm just passing through. I do want to go back to Vegas to just be there, especially now that my sister is old enough to go to Vegas. Like, we need to do a family trip or something. Because I've been there once with Christian's family when Christian turned 21, but even I wasn't 21 yet. So I was this 20-year-old in Vegas, just kind of sneaking in everywhere, playing the slots and whatnot, ordering margaritas. Because where I lived, the legal drinking age was 18, so I was just like, huh, suddenly I'm not legal anymore. So it'd be nice to go now that I'm legal. What's your favorite drawing? Possibly this new one I made. I mean, I also really love my Mr. Bun Bun drawing. That's, let me bring it up here for people who don't know what it is. Babu! Oh, they're ripping everywhere. They're chasing each other. Mr. Bun Bun is... Oh, there's book art in here. Don't show it. Mr. Bun Bun is... Okay, well, that's book art. Spoilers. Spoilers. Oh, my. What's that? Oops. This is Mr. Bun Bun. I really like it because it's kind of oldish style. I really like that one. And then I also like my new one. That'll be this Friday's video because I like the colors and the fantasy aspect of it. So, yeah. I would say those are my current faves. Hold on, looking for comments. Have you filled a sketchbook? Yes, I have. What is your opinion on tattoos? I think tattoos are awesome. Like, so many times I see really cool tattoos and I'm like, oh, I want a tattoo. But like, I've never wanted something enough to actually tattoo myself. And I feel like my tastes are always changing. Like, I feel like if I tattooed myself, I'd be sick of the tattoo in 5 years. So I feel like I just can't commit to that. I'd rather buy a nice piece of art and hang it on my wall instead of having it on my skin. But like, I have nothing against tattoos on other people. Like, I think tattoos are rad, but I don't know if I can commit to getting one on myself. A little Pikachu on your ankle. That'd be cute. Or like a little Corsola. How long till the book's expected to come out? It's gonna come out late this year, but you'll be able to pre-order it in advance. I'll let you guys know when it's up and available for pre-order. Would you venture into Mandela art? It's not really something that's interested me. Not really into like drawing patterns and stuff, and I feel like I'll probably suck at it. Anything geometric, I suck at. So they're just ripping, man. Ripping babs. Oh my god. Okay, I have to get that. Come with me. Come with me. We gotta get the doorbell just rang. Let's go get it. I am waiting on a package, but I think that was the missed delivery from earlier. We'll see what this is. Okay. There was no one at the door. They just dropped the package and went back to their van. It was Canada Post. What is this? It's for Christian. Okay. I'm so mad I missed the delivery earlier because it was my mom's birthday present. That was probably when I was in the shower, but that's fine. I'll just have to go pick it up tomorrow from Purolator. I like how Amazon leaves the packages at the door. No one else does that. Well, Canada Post just did. Oh yeah, put it over here. Oh, do you guys want to see my little croak? Wait, don't reveal things here. Yeah, haha. I just left that there for Christian to find when he gets home from work. I'm out of breath from that, man. I have to run across the basement, up the stairs, then run across the upstairs. Let me brush out my hair. I get so picky about it. If I run my fingers through my hair and I feel knots, I need to brush it out. I need to. Okay, we've been going for 46 minutes. Let's get this to an hour and then we'll stop. But yeah, let me know how you guys are liking this. Like, even when the video's not live anymore, feel free to comment below and tell me what you think of these. Because I wouldn't mind doing more of these, like either once a month or every couple months or just whenever I feel like doing it. Like, there's no art involved, but it's kind of nice to just get a little chatty Q&A up for you guys. What art piece that you've made that you dislike? A lot of them, especially over time, because as time goes on and you look back at your older art, something that you maybe liked back then, you look at it now and you're just like, oh. I know I really struggled with that one gouache painting I did. The video was called Gouache Fail. I didn't like that one that much. And I haven't done any gouache since. I really liked my little gouache Merida, but then when I tried to do something with more blending, it didn't work. And I mean, it's gouache, that's why, but I thought I would try. Favorite Copic marker color? E74, that's my new answer. I used to always say R22 and BG13 just because I like pink and turquoise, but now E74. It's a brown. Would you ever design school supplies for a big brand like Target or something? I mean, if I probably wouldn't like actively pursue something like that, but if a big company approached me and like the money was worth my time, I would probably do it. Like, I'm not really big on commissions. Like, I have personal commissions closed, but if a big company was gonna commission me for a small project, like not something giant or ongoing, but just something kind of quick and easy, I would be willing to do it. Do you like McDonald's? Tell me, or it's the end of the world. Wait, you're a Burger King, aren't you? You are? No, I think I've eaten at Burger King like once in my life. And we were sad because we weren't at McDonald's.
Oh my gosh.
There's a video! Oh my god.
Oh my goodness, guys.
Where is that coming from?
I'd be freaking out. Oh my goodness. Hi everyone.
Well, oh, okay. I had the Adobe stream open because I was watching this guy live stream and I paused the live stream and then a new artist just came on and I think it like refreshed the stream or something. I was like, why do I hear voices? But yeah, I love McDonald's, although I haven't eaten there in a while because I really tried to not eat there because it's delicious and I want all of it, but I know it's bad. It's my guilty pleasure. Are you a fan of Banana Jemana? Yes, I love her videos a lot, like a lot. Have you ever tried Winsor Newton inks? And can you do a review on them? I have never tried them, but you know, maybe it'll happen one of these days. Do you like Beauty and Puppy Cat? Yeah, but I haven't watched it. Like, is there new stuff out? Like, I watched it like 3 years ago or something. And then there wasn't new stuff for a while, and there maybe is new stuff now, but I haven't been keeping up with it. Can you please draw a zebra? It would make me so happy. Your picture is of a zebra. I mean, I don't have plans to do it, but it could happen someday. Will you have children in the future, and would you put them on camera? I do plan on having kids someday, they probably would be in the vlogs, but I don't really know how much I'd want to show them. Like, I'm kind of torn about it. I don't know, like the whole kids on YouTube thing is kind of like, I feel like I probably would, but maybe just like, I would still try to keep me the focus of the vlogs, like keep the focus on my work and my art stuff. But obviously if the kids are part of my life, then they'll be probably involved somehow. Where do you live? What city? I live in Vancouver, in Canada. Would you play The Sims or Animal Crossing? Or could you play The Sims or Animal Crossing? I've never played The Sims, but I have Animal Crossing New Leaf. I haven't played it in a while, but I've put a lot of hours into that game. Favorite artist? I don't have a favorite. Would you do these on Twitch? I mean, possibly. It's weird because when I think of Twitch, I think of long live stream, not just like hopping on for a quick little bit. I like to make them pretty long. And this is also mobile on my phone. Twitch doesn't support mobile streaming, but there are third-party apps that let you do it. But I feel like YouTube's kind of nice, and it'd be nice to have it on my channel. I don't know. Yeah. I just figured, why not try this? This is actually my first time streaming on YouTube with the mobile thing, and I haven't even streamed on YouTube in like at least a couple years, I think. Maybe it's been about 2 years. I don't know. And I thought I'd try out the mobile streaming though, because I like how convenient it is. I'm just not working on art though, it's just my face, but hopefully people don't mind. Just listen to me while you make your art. Have you ever been to the aquarium in Toronto? No, I haven't even been in Ontario at all. The farthest east I've made it is Manitoba. I went to Brandon years ago. Like I was maybe 10 years old for my cousin's wedding. And that was it. It's the only time I've been in Manitoba, and I have not made it farther east than that. At least not in Canada. I've been in Washington, D.C. in the States. That's the farthest east I've been in the world. What's your most embarrassing childhood memory? I don't know. I don't feel like I have anything horribly embarrassing. Like, nothing comes to mind. Have you ever considered quitting art? No, I've never considered quitting it, but I've considered like where I should go with things. Like, I'm like, oh, maybe I should stop streaming art on Twitch and just do games, or like I've tossed around ideas like that, but not quitting art altogether. I don't think I could. I think I would go crazy. What's the difference between onions and pears? Oh, God. In a daddy way, Eve! Artsy. You should change the chat. It's too much. What do you mean change the chat? Have you ever played Kingdom Hearts? I have not, but I've seen my sister play a little bit of it. Any pointers for anyone going to art school for the first time? Not really. I mean, I can think of a few things. I didn't really go to school for art specifically, but it was for 3D animation, but it was still a creative pursuit, I guess. And the one thing I would say is to just like do what your teachers want. A lot of people are like, my teacher says I can't draw anime. My teacher says I have to do things her way. Like, just do it your teacher's way. Just do it your teacher's way. Learn, like, getting out of your comfort zone is the way to learn things. And you can go back to drawing whatever you want when you're not in class. Like, when your course is done, you can draw whatever the heck you want. I think it's still good to, like, do what your instructors tell you to do. Just do it. Don't argue. Just do it and get it done. You'll probably learn something new, and then you can go back to doing whatever you want after. Have you ever considered playing Who's Your Daddy with Christian or a friend? Oh my God. Any tips for anyone who's just starting to use Copics? Don't blow them all on one drawing. Like, if you don't have very many Copics, don't bust out a huge piece of paper and cover it completely with ink. Like, start with some small things to get the hang of it. And, you know, they'll dry out faster than you think if you're coloring in large areas or using the same few colors several times. Like, if you only have, let's say, a 36 set or like a 24 pack or whatever they have out there, the smaller the set, the quicker you're going to burn through your markers. So start small is kind of my tip. What was your first Copic? It was this one. It was R27 and it was a Copic original. I don't know why I picked a Copic original. It might have been just to see what it's like, because when I got this, I had already purchased the 32B Chow set online, but it hadn't been delivered yet because I live in Canada and it was going to take like 2 weeks to get to me. And I was in a different city visiting family, and we went to this art store because I heard they had Copics, and they had these, and I decided to buy one single marker because mine hadn't come in yet, and I was like, I need one. So I bought a Copic original in the color R27 Cadmium Red. So this was the first Copic I ever had. I don't recommend the originals, by the way. Brush nibs are king! Okay, we have 5 minutes left. What's your favorite Disney character? Beast. Smashes nose to tell story of Copic marker. How would you describe yourself? Girl who likes to draw and play games. Child at heart. What piece are you most proud of and gonna draw anything from Ghibli? I mean, I might draw something from Ghibli. I mean, I've always toyed with the idea of doing sort of a big picture that has a bunch of characters from different movies in it and like different Ghibli movies. So I've considered that, but yeah. I've done Spirited Away stuff in the past. I did Kiki's Delivery Service a little bit for my little buttons. What was the first part of the question? I forget. How long have you been doing art? Kind of on and off my whole life. Have you ever had a unicorn frap? No. Would you ever try a mural? I've considered it. Right now we're renting a house, so I feel like I wouldn't want to do a mural directly on the wall because then once we move, I can't take it with me. But I guess I could get like a giant piece of canvas or wood or something and do that. Any tips for young artists? Draw a lot. And don't be afraid to use reference if you need it. What's your favorite YouTube video? Digital art is fake art. It's not, it's a satire. It's not actually saying digital art is fake art. That was the first thing that came to my mind anyway. I don't know if it's, also Pinky the cat. It is so old school from like the early internet days where that guy's like, this is Pinky the cat. He's pet of the week at the animal shelter, and then Pinky goes crazy. That's one of my favorites. When will your next collab be? I don't know. How many years did it take you to become popular on YouTube? I've been regularly posting since early 2010. I did 2 years on my previous channel, then I started a new channel. So I've been on this channel for 5 years. So it took me 5 years to get where I am now. Have you ever done the cup song? I have not. You have a bucket list? If so, what's on it? I don't. I mean, I would love to see other Disney resorts other than Disneyland. That's like one of my main things. How long have you and Christian been together? We've been dating for 10 years and we just got engaged in October, like a month before our 10-year anniversary. Will you make a coloring book to sell in stores? I want to make one, but it would just be like a digital download that you could download online. I don't think I want to make a book. I mean, who knows? Who knows? But right now, I kind of want to just do it myself. Do you know Echo Gillette? And can you say hi? I've heard people mention the name, but I don't really know who that is. Dude, I live in Vancouver. 10 years is amazing. If your personality was in the form of a muffin, what muffin would it be? Well, I really like lemon poppy seed muffins. Because I'm tangy, because I'm zesty. With little black seeds of sarcasm sprinkled throughout, little troll seeds sprinkled throughout. Do fans ever stop you in public? Sometimes, not much. Like, it's been a long time since it's happened, but yeah, there's been like a decent number of people, but not like, it's pretty rare. At conventions, obviously more people know me because they know I'm going to be at the convention and they come to my table to see me, but like randomly in public, it's more rare. I think part of it is, I I used to not really show my face much in my YouTube videos. I'm trying to do it more by doing the intros and stuff, so people are probably more likely to recognize me. I also have people tell me that they saw me, but that they were too scared to say hi, so I guess that has happened somewhat recently. They're like, I saw you at this place, but I was too scared to say hi, and I was like, oh. Trust me, I'm shy too, so don't feel bad about coming to say hi, and don't feel like you're ever disturbing me. And if I'm awkward, I'm sorry. It's just because I get really shy. I'm always like, because like I was really shy as a kid, and I feel like I've overcome a lot of my shyness, but I still revert to that when I'm in new situations and things. I'll still be like little quiet Bales. Okay, we've reached the 1 hour mark, so I think I'm gonna end it here. That flew by. Thank you guys for coming. There's a ton of you here. This was really fun. Let me know if you like this kind of thing, even though I'm not doing art in it. I mean, it's not like every video has to have art, I guess. But, yeah, I don't know. I thought it was fun just chatting with you guys, just straight up doing a Q&A without being distracted. Because, like, if I'm working on art, I'm kind of distracted. I pause and stop talking sometimes, so it's kind of nice to just try to read chat and answer the questions. Okay, so yeah, I might do more of these in the future. We'll see. But thank you guys so much for coming out. Hopefully this was a successful first mobile live stream on YouTube. I feel like it went well. So yeah, okay, I'm going to click that finish button. Boo. Boo, are you sure you want to stop streaming? Okay.